Hi everyone! While the ninth waltz from Brahms's 16 waltzes, opus 39, is divided like binary form into two sections, its key scheme differs from many minor key binary form works. The A section, for example, concludes on a D major chord, which, along with being potentially analysed as the tonic triad with Picardy third, may also be heard in other ways, which I'll discuss later. The B section also concludes on an A major triad, D minor's dominant. Melodically, the right hand essentially consists of a two quarter note beat descending figure spanning a bar's quarter note beats 3 and 1. Each two note figure is typically separated by a rest, although Brahms sometimes also ties the figure's first quarter note so that the second is delayed until the bar's second quarter note beat. This extended figure is only used through part of the B section. Typically, both of the right-hand figures are harmony notes, although Brahms also occasionally treats either or both as non-harmony notes, such as here and here, where they anticipate notes in the following chords. As with many waltz rhythms, the left hand essentially comprises a single quarter note on a bar's first quarter note beat, followed on the second beat with other notes of the chord. The only exception to this figure occurs at section conclusions, where Brahms in the penultimate bars uses notes and chords on all beats of the bar. Harmonically, the work opens with a passing progression prolonging D minor's tonic chord. Brahms, however, staggers the progression's voice exchange so that the right hand's D note, instead of sounding over the tonic, sounds as the fifth degree of G minor subdominant harmony. The subdominant chord is then prolonged by C sharp leading note diminished seventh and secondary F sharp diminished seventh harmony. Using idealized voice leading, the parts in the work's initial 6 bars all move by step or are repeated. This feature is also true of the harmony in bars 7 and 8, which, as I mentioned earlier, may be heard in several ways. The first way is as a 4 major 1 progression in D minor, with an apparent A half diminished 7th chord sounding here as a contrapuntal chord created by the voice leading between subdominant and tonic harmony. These chords may also be heard as a 1-2-5 progression in G minor, which may seem an unusual choice when a return to the work's opening D minor triad is made. When moving into the B section, however, G minor's dominant moves through the secondary B flat dominant 7th chord to E flat major harmony, thereby sounding as an interrupted cadence in the subdominant key. After the repeat bars also, the alternating B flat dominant 7th and E flat major chords may be heard as the dominant 7th and tonic harmony in the key of E flat major. This tonal ambiguity, however, is clarified when the E flat major triad, which has been prolonged by its own dominant, sounds here as the Neapolitan chord in the key of D minor. Through these bars, Brahms uses the extended right-hand figure before returning to the original figure, here over G minor subdominant 7th harmony. Included in the right hand's figure, but also part of the left hand's chords, Brahms also includes a G pedal, thereby emphasizing the move to D minor's subdominant. The subdominant is then connected to D minor's submediant harmony with a 3-8 intervallic pattern. Through the first ending bars, Brahms again melodically uses an anticipation here, sounding over a secondary G-sharp diminished 7th chord, but also uses appoggiaturas, here resolving to the 7th of A dominant 7th harmony, and here resolving to the 5th degree of a German augmented 6th chord on D minor's submediant degree. As is common, here to avoid consecutives between the augmented 6 and dominant chord, Brahms changes the German to an Italian augmented 6. When the B section is repeated, the concluding A dominant chord moves to the initial B flat dominant 7th harmony and may be heard as an interrupted cadence in D minor, moving to an altered submediant. Harmonically, the second ending bars essentially follow the first, although Brahms here, instead of using an augmented 6, uses D minor's supertonic half diminished 7th chord and only uses anticipations in the right hand. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching. See you next time.